Have you ever paused and thought that after the age of 60, every movement you make, whether it's walking, bending down to pick something up, or simply standing up from a chair, can have a direct impact on your heart? At this age, your heart is no longer as strong or resilient as it once was. It still works tirelessly for you, but it has become more fragile than ever before. Many people believe that as long as they exercise regularly, they'll stay healthy. That's true, but not that every form of exercise is suitable for a heart that has spent decades working quietly in the background. Some workouts, often promoted as strength building or fat burning, can actually drain your heart day by day, even though you may feel perfectly fine on the outside. Sometimes the issue isn't what you eat or how often you move, it's how you move. Certain exercises that seem harmless can, if done too intensely, too abruptly, or with poor technique, place an excessive strain on the heart, more than it was ever meant to handle. What's more concerning is that most people don't even realize they're exercising the wrong way. They believe they're doing something good for their health until one day they start feeling more tired, their heart races faster, or their blood pressure spikes unexpectedly. That's why today I want to share a sincere message with you. Pause and take a closer look at your exercise habits. There are at least 5 common types of workouts that many people over 60 still practice every day, thinking they're helping their hearts, when in reality, they're slowly weakening them. But don't worry, because once you know what to avoid, you'll also learn what to do instead to keep your heart stronger, more flexible, and more resilient for years to come. So let's take a closer look and discover which exercises may seem harmless, but are actually silent enemies of your heart, and what is the safest, smartest way to stay healthy at this stage of life. 1. High intensity workouts, Hoichait, and overexertion, the hidden enemy of the aging heart. By the time you reach your 60s, your body has endured decades of constant activity. Your heart, the most loyal organ, which has beaten billions of times to keep you alive, strong, and healthy, is no longer as flexible or resilient as it once was. It remains powerful, but it's also more sensitive, more easily strained by sudden or excessive pressure. Yet many people fail to recognize this. They hear that high intensity interval training, HIIT, is the secret to staying young, or the fastest way to burn fat and boost endurance. So they push themselves into workouts that are too intense, too fast, too demanding, even the kind that younger people sometimes hesitate to attempt. Those sessions might leave you drenched in sweat, your heart pounding, your breath short and heavy. You may feel like you've conquered your limits, as if you are defying age itself. But behind that moment of triumph lies a silent storm within your chest, where your heart is struggling to keep up. When you overtrain, your blood pressure spikes, your heart rhythm fluctuates sharply, and your blood vessels, already less elastic with age, must work several times harder than usual. These abrupt changes may not knock you down instantly, but they quietly wear away at your heart over time, like gentle waves eroding a stone, slowly, invisibly, but relentlessly. The danger is that the symptoms are often subtle. You might just feel slightly dizzy, a bit tired, and think you'll be fine after a short rest. You dismiss it, telling yourself it's just age. But while you shrug it off, your heart is sending distress signals, quietly pleading, "Please slow down. I can't handle this kind of strain anymore." If you've ever noticed your heart racing uncontrollably after exercise or lingering fatigue even though you work out regularly, It could be your body warning you that you're asking too much of your heart. And for all the adults, that isn't just a risk, it can become a real danger. Exercise is not a contest of endurance or willpower. At this stage of life, the goal is no longer to burn calories, but to nourish the heart. Instead of pushing yourself to the edge, choose gentle, steady movements that allow your body to flow naturally while keeping your heart rate stable. Take slow, mindful walks each morning, breathing deeply and letting your heart gradually warm up before it returns to a calm rhythm. Practice Tai Chi, smooth, controlled movements paired with steady breathing and focus to enhance blood circulation and stabilize blood pressure. Enjoy light swimming or leisurely cycling, full body exercises that improve circulation without shocking the heart. Remember, at 60, 70, or 80, safety is strength and consistency is victory. A calm, steady workout every day is far more valuable than an exhausting session that leaves you drained. Your heart doesn't need conquest, it needs care. Listen to it, treat it with patience, kindness, and respect. When you know how to stop at the right time, you're giving your heart the chance to stay strong, live longer, and keep walking beside you through every step of the journey ahead. 2. Exercising too late at night, when good intentions unknowingly harm the heart. Many people believe that evening is the perfect time to exercise. After a long day, work is done, the house is quiet, and you can finally focus on yourself. A short walk around the neighborhood, a few stretches, or a light TV workout may seem harmless, even beneficial. It feels like you're taking care of your health, but for a body in its later years, what seems harmless can sometimes become a quiet burden on the heart. When you exercise too close to bedtime, your nervous and cardiovascular systems become stimulated. Your heart rate rises, your breathing quickens, and your body temperature climbs higher than normal. At the same time, your body releases adrenaline, the hormone that keeps you alert and ready for action. But this same hormone steals away your ability to relax and falls into deep sleep. Sleep, especially deep sleep, is the golden time for your heart to rest and recover. During those peaceful hours, your heartbeat slows down, blood pressure drops, and your body restores its energy after a long day. But if you turn that time into a second workout, your heart never gets a break. It keeps working hard while the rest of your body struggles to wind down. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired, it directly affects your cardiovascular health. Blood pressure may remain elevated throughout the night and into the next morning. Blood sugar levels can become unbalanced, increasing the risk of insulin resistance. Stress hormones accumulate, leading to chronic inflammation, a key factor in damaging blood vessels. And most dangerously, the heart becomes more prone to arrhythmia, irregular heartbeat, due to persistent sleep deprivation. Many people think losing a little sleep won't matter. But for a heart that has already endured decades of work, every hour of rest is precious. When you take away its recovery time, you're forcing it to labor twice as hard, day and night. That's why it's so important to align your workouts with your body's natural rhythm. Morning is the best time to exercise. The fresh air and soft sunlight help your body absorb vitamin D and awaken your circulation. Midday or early afternoon, a few hours after a meal, is also ideal for light movement, supporting digestion and promoting better sleep later at night. As for evening, let your body truly rest. Instead of exercising, unwind with deep breathing, gentle meditation, or soothing music. These too are forms of training for your mind and your heart to calm down, slow down, and ease into peaceful sleep. Remember, A deep, consistent sleep is the most powerful recovery workout your heart could ever have. Not every exercise makes you stronger. Sometimes knowing when to rest is the true key to keeping your heart resilient and at peace for years to come. 3. Exercising in extreme temperatures. When the weather becomes the silent enemy of your heart. We often hear that outdoor exercise is great for your health, and that's true, but only when the weather is on your side. For younger people, the body can quickly adapt to environmental changes. A bit of heat or a chill in the air isn't a big deal. But once you're past 60, things are no longer that simple. At this age, your body gradually loses its ability to regulate the temperature. Blood vessels react more slowly, the skin becomes thinner, and the ability to sweat or retain water decreases. That means every time you go outside to exercise, in extreme cold or heat, your heart must work much harder to maintain internal balance. In cold weather, blood vessels constrict to preserve warmth, causing blood pressure to rise. The heart has to pump more forcefully to circulate blood, like trying to push water through pipes that have tightened. At first, it may feel like mild shivering or shortness of breath, but inside, your heart is quietly under heavy strain. In contrast, when temperatures are too high, blood vessels dilate, forcing the heart to beat faster to help the body cool down. You begin to sweat more, lose fluids, and your heart rate continues to climb. The body tries to stay balanced, but prolonged exposure or overexertion can lead to dehydration, electrolyte imbalance, irregular heartbeat, or even fainting. I've met many older adults who said things like, "I just take a few laps around the park at noon. It's convenient." Or, "I like exercising early while it's still cool." What they don't realize is that both extreme heat and cold can silently stress the cardiovascular system. Some return from their workouts feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or with a racing heart, thinking it's normal, but in reality, that's the body's warning signal. The troubling part is that most complications from exercising in harsh weather happen suddenly, often without clear warning signs. And we rarely blame the weather. We simply assume, "I'm getting older." The truth is, you're not weaker. Your body just needs more protection from environmental changes. It can no longer adapt to as quickly. So, if you want to exercise safely and effectively, remember these simple but crucial guidelines. Avoid exercising outdoors when it's extremely hot or freezing cold. The best times are early morning, after sunrise, or late afternoon when the weather is mild. Stay hydrated, even if you don't feel thirsty. As we age, our thirst response weakens, but the heart still needs fluids to function and regulate the temperature. Dress appropriately. In cold weather, wear several light layers that are easy to remove. In hot weather, choose breathable, lightweight, sweat-absorbing clothing. Most importantly, listen to your body. If you feel dizzy, lightheaded, your heart races, or you feel unusually fatigued, stop immediately, move to a cooler place, and rest. Treat the weather as your training partner, not your opponent. When you know how to choose the right time and protect yourself from extreme conditions, every workout becomes a form of healing, not a test of endurance. Remember, a gentle session in a safe, comfortable environment is far more valuable than an intense workout under the scorching sun or biting cold. Let your heart move in peace. Because true health doesn't come from how hard you train, but from how wisely and compassionately you care for your body. 4. Sit-ups and heavy weightlifting when strength turns its back on the heart. For a long time, many people have believed that The stronger you are, the younger and longer you live. And in many ways, that's true. Muscle strength builds resilience, helps maintain balance, confidence, and independence in daily life. However, there's one truth that's rarely discussed. Not every strength building exercise is suitable for a heart that has been beating tirelessly for decades. When you do sit ups, push ups, or lift heavy weights, your body isn't just working your muscles and bones. Your entire internal system, especially the heart and blood vessels, are also under tremendous strain. Every time you tense up and hold your breath to push harder, the pressure inside your chest and abdomen spikes suddenly, like squeezing an already inflated balloon even tighter. In that moment, your blood pressure can soar several times above normal, forcing your heart to contract with extra force to circulate the blood throughout your body. For younger people, the heart can handle these pressure waves without much trouble, but for an aging heart, with stiffer arteries, a more fragile rhythm, and slower regulatory responses, that sudden surge can be a real shock. Some people feel dizzy, lightheaded, or notice their heart racing right after lifting weights. They assume it's just temporary fatigue. But in reality, their heart has been pushed to its limit. I've seen many older adults who are incredibly disciplined, doing sit ups, push ups, or lifting weights every day, believing that the more you train, the better. Yet one day, they suddenly feel chest pain, shortness of breath, or even faint in the middle of their usual workout. They're not lazy, and their determination isn't the problem. They simply don't fully understand the physiological limits of an aging heart. Physical strength is valuable, but true strength in later life isn't about resisting time. It's about adapting, listening, and training wisely. Instead of lifting heavy weights or forcing yourself through exhausting sit up routines, you can use resistance bands or light dumbbells, focusing on controlled movements rather than heavy loads. Breathe steadily during each movement, never holding your breath when exerting force. That's exactly what causes sudden spikes in blood pressure. Move slowly and mindfully, maintaining control and awareness of your breathing and heartbeat in every motion. If possible, work with a trainer or someone knowledgeable about heart health who can guide you to perform exercises safely and correctly for your condition. Remember, the goal of exercise isn't to prove your strength, but to sustain the health of your heart and body. A heavy workout might make you feel strong for a moment, but it can quietly drain your heart's endurance over time. At 60, 70, or 80, smart exercise is sustainable exercise. Your body doesn't need you to become an athlete. It simply needs you to stay consistent, do things correctly, and know when to stop before it's too late. Sometimes, gentleness is the strongest form of strength you can give your heart. 5. Jumping, fast movements, and sudden direction changes, when agility becomes a risk to the heart. You've probably seen those energetic workout videos online, full of jumping, quick transitions, stair runs, or fast-paced aerobic routines set to lively music. They look fun, vibrant, and seem to radiate youthful energy. But for a body that has passed the age of 60, these seemingly harmless movements can stir up a small storm inside the chest, where the heart is already working hard each day just to keep a steady rhythm. When we're young, every jump, twist, or quick turn feels effortless. But as time goes on, our reflexes slow down, our joints lose flexibility, and, most importantly, our blood vessels become less elastic. Sudden changes in speed or direction can cause sharp fluctuations in blood pressure, forcing the heart to accelerate abruptly, while oxygen delivery struggles to keep up. The result? After only a few minutes of such exercise, you might feel lightheaded, your heart racing, or your balance wavering. Many people mistake this for mild fatigue, but in reality, it's a subtle warning that the heart is being pushed beyond its safe limit. If you continue to keep up with the pace, the risk of fainting, falling, or experiencing an irregular heartbeat becomes very real. In fact, I've met many older adults who take up high energy workouts hoping to feel young again or match the vitality of younger exercisers. But the body cannot be deceived. The heart, lungs, and nervous system all need a slower rhythm to function safely. When we force them to keep up with speed, what we gain isn't health. It's stress, exhaustion, and sometimes injury. At this age, true strength no longer lies in speed. It lies in control. Being healthy doesn't mean moving faster. It means mastering each breath and each motion without rushing, without forcing. If you still wish to stay active, try these gentler yet deeply beneficial exercises. Tai Chi, graceful, slow movements that stabilize the heart, deepen the breath, and calm the mind. Water exercise or aqua aerobics. The water supports your body, reducing strain on joints and heart while improving the endurance. Gentle stretching, light yoga, or slow walking all help improve circulation, ease tension, and promote better sleep and mood. Remember, the goal isn't to do more than others. It's to live longer and better. Every gentle movement today is a quiet gesture of gratitude to the heart that has faithfully served you throughout your life. So don't let impatience rob you of safety. At 60, 70, or 80, wisdom isn't about doing more. It's about doing right, doing enough, and doing it with respect for your body. A final message from my heart to yours. After years of observing and walking alongside older adults, I've come to realize one simple truth. Most harm doesn't come from dramatic events. It comes from small habits we believe are harmless. Many have told me, I was just doing that. I didn't know it could affect my heart. That sentence always lingers with me because after the age of 60, nothing is truly small when it comes to your body. Every meal you eat, every night's sleep, every choice to move or to rest, all of these are quite decisions that shape your heart's well-being. You don't need to prove that you're still as strong as you were at 30, nor do you need to chase any image of perfection. True health isn't found in pushing yourself too hard. It's found in understanding, compassion, and kindness toward your own body. Let each day unfold in balance. Move gently, eat mindfully, rest enough, and smile often. No one gives medals to those who exhaust themselves with overtraining. But life rewards those who protect their calm heartbeat and greet each morning with a peaceful mind. Remember, growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. It means growing wiser. It's the time when we finally understand that health isn't measured by speed or strength, but by stability, peace, and gratitude for our own body. Start protecting your heart today. Don't let it carry unnecessary burdens any longer. You are never too old, and it's never too late to slow down, to be gentle with yourself, and to nurture your well-being with love and patience. Every small act you choose today, a slow walk, a deep breath, a full night's sleep, a genuine smile, is a precious gift you offer to your heart. Because sometimes you don't need giant leaps to change your life. Just a bit of awareness, a bit of patience, and a touch of kindness toward yourself. If these words resonate with you, leave a small sign to let me know you're listening. Not for me, but for your own heart. Thank you for staying with me until the end. May you choose, from this day forward, to live more gently, more healthfully, and more lovingly in your own beautiful way.